These forges are tuned to the Soul Reaver's energy. Once you have baptized the sword in these elemental fonts, the blade may be imbued with that element at any future time. Return to the Human Citadel, Raziel. The temple, despite its innocuous facade, is rotten to its core, and like a cancer, spreads its corruption throughout the city.
I watched unseen as shadowy figures slipped down the temple walls. The city slumbered, oblivious to the danger creeping just outside. Mysterious figures moved under cover of darkness, their robes betraying occult intent. This temple seemed to be a source of contagion. I would find a way to infiltrate this vampire lair.
Welcome, Raziel.
Heretic! Welcome to your undoing. Your sorcery is useless in this holy place.
My faith in destiny is all I need to prevail.
Faith? Faith left you when you were excommunicated by our Lord Cain.
I was executed, not excommunicated. You will learn the difference.
You are the one who has betrayed his faith, his brethren, his creator. I have served my gods.
In her long service to her vampire masters, the priestess had learned a measure of sorcery. In devouring her soul, this power is conferred on you. You may project your spirit, and in so doing, take possession of your victim's body. Duma and Turell, your brothers who bore you into the abyss, have both retreated with their clans into Nosgoth's northern wastes. The gift of Rahab's soul enables you to pursue them past previously insurmountable obstacles. Beyond the maelstrom of the abyss, a subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territories of Duma and Turell. Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry where your progress was previously impeded. The Oracle's Cave, where Cain's first fateful meeting with Mobius occurred. Mobius played the role of a doddering soothsayer, stirring his pot of visions while dispensing enigmatic predictions to gullible visitors. Underneath the facade was Mobius the Time Streamer, sorcerer of the Circle of Nine, a ruthless manipulator with the power to bend time. Since his murder at Cain's hands centuries ago, these caves have stood vacant, though, like Mobius himself, they are rumored to be only a facade for a much larger, more elaborate complex. Even this small measure of Cain's soul has conferred on you a great gift. Like your master, you may now shift into the material plane at will. While your health must still be fully restored, you no longer require a portal. Cain has withdrawn to his mountain retreat. Your only means of reaching him cuts straight through the lair of your brother, Turell.
Though the room seemed vacant, these banners clearly identified it as Turell's audience chamber. Let me pass, Turell. I have enough blood on my hands today. My quarrel lies with Cain.
Poor Raziel. Your rage blinds you to the bond of gratitude that we owe our master.
Gratitude? Toward one who would have you grovel at his gate like a dog? You once had noble aspirations, Turell. Now, how humbled are your goals? Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of your demise.
I smell water. Tell me, have you, like Rahab, learned to swim in all these eons?
This smokestack will permit your ascent to the summit of Cain's mountain sanctuary.
I thought I understood you, Cain, that your jealous hatred was the root of the wounds you inflicted. But this genocide of your own kind is unconscionable.
You and I have both been to Mobius's chamber, Raziel. The future has always been written. You've served me well. Even now you fail to disappoint. Shall we see if you pass the final test?
Raziel, I am your only hope. Only my spirit can empower the Soul Reaver to destroy Cain and restore balance to Nosgoth. You know this is true.
Listen to her, Raziel. Strike me down if you can, but without her essence, the blow will barely sting.
Do you have the will to do it, Raziel? Could it be, after all your posturing, you do not possess the resolve for this final act? Can you have come this far only to fail now?
Such a dire fate, their souls commingling, fettered eternally, just as Cain's refusal at the pillars had bound them together centuries before.
From this summit, the pinnacle of the silenced cathedral is within your reach. Hurry, Raziel. With the Soul Reaver thus enhanced, no obstacle can thwart your progress, no enemy obstruct your path. But take heed, the vampires of this world can sense your intentions and will hound you in their desperate fury.
As they swarmed after me, I felt the terror that must have filled their wizened hearts. They knew what I had to do here, that it would spell their downfall, and that I too might perish in the very act. This tower had stood too long as a grotesque symbol of Cain's perverse intent. The time was ripe, indeed past due, for me to exploit my newborn talents and send a hymn of death across this land. Enough to banish sanity. Enough to set the children of the night plucking at their eyes, tearing open their own throats. Enough to destroy every vampiric creature on the face of this bruised and bleeding land. My goal was within reach. All that remained was to open each and every sounding pipe.
It is done. Your destiny is fulfilled. The cycle of birth and death, stalled and stagnant these long years, once again begins to flow. You have done well, my servant. It is done, Raziel. Your destiny is fulfilled. Though you have destroyed every creature who might call you kin, the world is born anew. The cycle of birth and death, stalled and stagnant these long years, once again begins to flow. You have done well, my servant.